Two things I love are Pokemon and books. Did you know that Scholastic published Pokemon books back in the day? I have two of them and I found one of them, which also happens to be the first one. They're basically book adaptations of the anime, but they're not fully accurate as they take like 4 episodes of the anime and turn them into a book. Get this, they're not consecutive episodes either. They take episodes 1, 2, 14, and 39 and put them into book format. I guess it makes sense that they take those 4 episodes because those show the bond between Ash and Pikachu the most. But it doesn't help that they skip a lot of other things and even take out smaller details of those specific episodes. It's recommended that you should watch the anime first before diving into these books. There are a lot of errors because of this, but hey, a lot of Pokemon books published in America do. The first major one is the back summary of the book stating that Ash is 11 years old. Unfortunately, from the first episode to his last run in 2022, Ash is still 10 years old. They refuse to age him for some reason. What's hilarious is that the kids from Pokemon Horizons get to age, but he doesn't. The book even says that Ash is 10, so he's able to get his Pokemon trainer license, so I don't know why they made an error and said he's 11. And I'll mention some of the errors of the book. Okay, in the very beginning, there's this quote that says, "Someday soon, now that Ash was 10, he could get his Pokemon license. He could travel around capturing all different types of Pokemon, 150 in all." The anime was like super old back in the day, so it's like, there's like 150 Pokemon, but now there are like over 1,000, so it's kind of dated. And then the next one is the part where Ash gets Pikachu and then Professor Oak gives him the Pokédex. "This is your Pokédex, Dexter," the professor said. I don't think they ever give the Pokédex a name ever again, but I think the Dexter thing is only a dub for a 4Kids dub exclusive thing. Okay, next is this scene is basically, to summarize it, it's basically when Ash angers the Spearow and it starts attacking Pikachu. It's kind of like in the anime, but the picture that's used in this specific scene is incorrect, because this is the scene where it's towards the end of the episode where Pikachu decides to protect his trainer from the flock of Spearow. In actuality, the pictures are actually misplaced, because if you flip over to the next page, there's a picture of a single Spearow swooping in, looking ready to attack. That's the scene where Spearow starts attacking Ash and Pikachu. So basically, the pictures are misplaced because the single Spearow picture, the text that's talking about it is basically the scene where Pikachu protects Ash. So it's just they messed up the pictures. And then after that, they took out the part where they saw Ho-Oh afterwards. So it's just, Ho-Oh does not exist in this book. Oh, by the way, they chop up the 4 episodes I mentioned, and then they condense it into very small short chapters. So okay, the scenes I mentioned before were all part of episode 1, and I think they were spanning 3 chapters. And now this is chapter 4, where it starts with episode 2. And then Ash took Pikachu to the Pokemon Center. And then the scene I'm showing right now, it says Ash found the phone that was ringing and flipped on the screen. Professor Oak's face appeared before him. I do remember a scene where he was talking to Professor Oak via video call, but I think his mom called first and then Professor Oak called him. So yeah, I mean regardless, they skipped over the scene where his mom called. The next scene here is the smoke cleared and a teenage boy and girl stepped into the waiting room. Team Rocket, like Jesse and James in general, they're very, their ages are very ambiguous. Yeah, some sources say that they're 25-year-old adults, and some other sources say they're 15-year-old, 15, 16, 17-year-old teenagers. This book calls them teenagers, but I'm actually not really sure how old they are, because Brock is a teenager, he's 15. And he's and Jesse and James tower over him. So I'm just thinking that he's probably, not he, both Jesse and James are probably like over 15 years old. That's what I'm just assuming, because their ages are very ambiguous. And this next scene, I'll take care of these clowns, Misty told Ash. You take Pikachu and get out of here. I mean, I think episode 2 did show a scene where Misty was gonna hold, was gonna, tell Ash to go run, and while she holds them back, but the part where she summons her Goldeen doesn't really show. It's like the book doesn't really say, oh, Misty has a Pokemon, but she's a trainer. But I don't know, but like, yeah. After that, they chapter 8 is where the consecutiveness ends, as they jump all the way to episode 14, where they're at Vermilion City. Misty and Brock already joined Ash in his adventures. And then this next scene, sorry. Which one of you is the challenger? Surge grunted. Ash, therefore I am. Ash Ketchum. From what I remember, like Lieutenant Surge assumed Misty was the challenger, but then when Ash declared that he was, Ash had to like correct himself. I had to correct him, told him that he's the challenger. So the part where he assumed Misty was the challenger was omitted. And then this next scene, Raichu Mega Punch! Surge cried. I think and then it's the part where Raichu defeats Pikachu with a Mega Punch, but I think it was a Mega Kick in the anime. Please correct me on that. Okay, and then the last scene I want to talk about is you're right, James said. We wasted enough time. Soon Ash will find out just how deliciously evil Team Rocket really is. This is the part where Ash finally got the gym badge from Lieutenant Surge, but this quote from James saying that it says soon Ash will find out just how, like, it says that he says like his name, but I don't think Jesse and James ever refer to Ash by his name. They always call him Twerp. So yeah, those are all the little errors I've found in the book. Overall, it's a pretty decent read, I guess. Like it's just like an abridged, like a condensed abridged version of a compilation of anime episodes into book format. Yeah, it's better if you just read watch the anime first and then read the books, because yeah, it jumps around a lot. Oh, and then after that, the last few chapters talk about the Pikachu's goodbye episode, which are chopped up into different chapters. But there's nothing wrong. There's nothing there's no errors with that portion of the chapter, which is why I didn't mention it. So yeah. Other than that, if you want me to review more Pokemon books, let me know. And this was ecargmura signing out. Have a great day. Bye.